Yes, you've got the signal.
I didn't get a signal that we're live. But welcome to Cooking with Dorothy, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and joining us tonight. We're going to whip up yogurt. Yogurt! I think I tried to say it in French.
What is it in French?
Yogurt.
Oh.
And Drew was just asking me the spelling of yogurt, so I got a little confused. But we are making yogurt parfaits this evening, and we'll be getting into that here shortly. We're just going to give everybody some time to jump on in and get started. If you're just tuning in, you can go ahead and grab your ingredients if you're making it along with me tonight. And if not, you can just tell us that you're here, tell us hi, and we can get rolling. It's always nice for us to know who's tuning in. But if you like to sit back quiet, that's fine too. But we do enjoy the interaction with you guys at home.
Jessica Boyko.
Hey, Jessica! Thanks for tuning in.
She said, yum.
They're so good.
We have Chantel said, hi, Drew and Dorothy.
Hey, Chantel.
Hi, Chantel. And then we have Tina.
Hey, Tina.
Hi, Tina. And then we are looking good. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We are hanging out here just for a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll hang out and let other people jump on in before we get started here. Like I said, we're making yogurt parfaits, really great for breakfast. But I'm going to make them today as a meal on the go. So, for example, for lunch, they make an excellent lunch. I'm going to get into in a few minutes here and tell you guys all about how they make a complete meal with all your macronutrients. So I'm going to show you how to make a yogurt parfait, including all your macros, so it fuels your body for a longer period of time throughout the day.
Danielle said, Dorothy, your laugh is contagious.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm
Ready to rock?
just hanging out here, maybe just for a few more minutes. We got a handful of people in here already.
Awesome. Well, I was just going to recap last week while we're waiting here in case you missed last week's episode. So we are doing a 6-part series now. We finished our Complete Truth Protein 6-part series of baking. All of those past shows can be found on our YouTube channel. So if you go to, Drew, help me out, youtube.com
/TrueFormLife.
So youtube.com /TrueFormLife, you'll find all our past episodes of Cooking with Dorothy. We made muffins and cookies and protein balls and this granola, which we're using tonight in the yogurt parfait. And this is our second series. In this second series, we're doing school lunches or work lunches if you're not prepping lunches at home. We know that prepping meals and prepping lunches gets tiring, and sometimes we need fresh ideas so it's not so boring or doesn't get so much the same over and over and over again. So we're trying to give you guys some fresh new ideas, different ways that you can bring along healthy food to fuel your body at lunchtime and throughout the day. So we're giving you snack ideas, meal ideas to take on the go, so that including all your macros, so that you can stay fueled and energized throughout the day. So we talked about hummus last week with veggies, and we talked about how the chickpeas gives us proteins and healthy carbs. And then there's also healthy fats in there with the tahini, which is a sesame seed paste. Then you get your antioxidants from your veggies. So that is a snack that includes all your macros. And if you want to check out that show, you can go to youtube.com /TrueFormLife and check it out if you missed it last week.
Yeah, if you don't mind me jumping in here, Dorothy. I'm just showing the screen here. So we jumped on YouTube. I showed you guys how to do that. And then we have separate playlists for all of our video series. So I'm showing you right here that you can click on the Cooking with Dorothy playlist, and you can check out all the past shows right here. So that's pretty cool. We're super excited about that.
Are we ready to rock and roll, Drew?
I am ready.
With our yogurt parfait.
I'm ready if you're ready.
All right, let's get to it. We're going to...
Sorry,
Pardon?
I just want to mention a couple people jumped in here.
Oh, sure.
We had Sandy that said hello.
Hey, Sandy.
And Hilda said hello.
Hey, Hilda.
So, all right. without further ado, don't let me interrupt this show.
All right. So we're going to start off with, it's a yogurt parfait. So we'll start off with our base. We'll start off with the yogurt. Now, we suggest using non-dairy yogurt because dairy is one of the top allergens. So a lot of people experience tummy discomfort such as cramps, bloating, and gas after they eat. And a lot of times they're unsure why, or it's been happening for so long that they've just accepted that's a part of life. But a lot of times, without knowing, it could be dairy, or it could be, other factors. But dairy is one of the top allergens, so that's why we always recommend to try and stick to dairy-free. If you know that dairy is not a problem for you, then by all means, stick with a unflavored, plain Greek yogurt if you're doing dairy. This one here is a blend of cashew and almond yogurt. It's not one that Drew and I normally have, but we couldn't find our favorite brand. Our favorite brand is Kite Hill almond yogurt. That's our absolutely favorite one. This one's a little different. Be sure that it's unsweetened. You don't want sweetened yogurt because they add the sugar. Even if it's like a flavor like strawberry or blueberry, that's added sugar into your yogurt. So always get plain and unsweetened yogurt. So I'm going to show you guys how to prepare this as a lunch meal. So I have a couple of different dishes here that I'm going to put them in. The small one's for me, the big one's for Drew. Drew's portions are slightly bigger than my portions. So I'm going to go through that with you. The yogurt is going to provide for you some protein. So that's one of our macros, as we know. So I'm just going to measure about a half a cup for myself. Just going to measure that out. Now, we're not huge at Trueform. We're not huge into measuring food, and counting calories is a no-no at Trueform. But sometimes it's nice to measure so we don't overeat, especially when it's something so delicious and yummy as this here. It's nice. Now, Drew is going to get 2 scoops of yogurt.
Doing a good job. Dorothy is working with limited counter space because of the camera angles.
Yeah. We're still, it's our, 8th episode, Drew?
8, yep.
8th episode. And we're just, still trying to figure out how to make it all, work or...
Make it all work. So what is that? You have a half a cup there?
So Drew got a cup. I got a half a cup. This is a measuring cup, is a half a cup. So Drew's is the bigger one. So if you're making it for your husband or significant other, even sometimes teenagers need a little bit more. You could adjust depending on how many calories that your body needs. After that, after we get the protein in there, yogurt in there, we are going to dress it up. Now, this is the fun part. So you get to put nuts, seeds, and dried fruit of your choice. So let us know in the comments what is your favorite nut or seed to put in a yogurt parfait.
Yeah, leave your comments.
So I'll give you a minute to comment to let us know what your favorites are. And while we're waiting for your comments to come in, I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon on here. Drew, tell us why cinnamon is so wonderful and why we should have it every day.
Oh, nice. Put me on the spot. First of all, let me say, I love it when my camera work is complimented. Chantel said, camera is perfect. Up close.
Oh, yay!
Okay, so cinnamon is fantastic for a number of different reasons. So first of all, it can help, I completely lost it. It can help
metabolism?
It can help boost your metabolism. That's right. And it's also good for blood sugar levels as well. It can actually decrease your blood sugar levels. So that's something that is of importance. And then it just really goes well with apples, for example. And it's a nice additive to spice things up for most things that you are consuming. So it's got a few health benefits, and it also takes tastes awesome.
So Drew and I love cinnamon. That's, as you can tell, I put so much on here because we really love cinnamon and we're used to the taste. If you are just starting to consume cinnamon, it's a powerful spice. I would say strong. So you might want to start with just a little dash. Here I put about a half a teaspoon on each of ours, which is a lot, but we really like it and we enjoy the health benefits of cinnamon. So that's why there is a lot on there. But if you're just starting, start slow. Start slow with it, and then you can keep adding a little bit more as you go. Do we have any favorites in the comments, Drew?
We do have a couple comments that I would like to read.
Let's get to comments.
Jessica said granola and berries. I add hemp seeds into mine too sometimes, or chia seeds in my yogurt overnight oats.
Nice. Oh, we love overnight oats too.
Very nice.
That's a great one.
Jessica also said chia seeds as a sub for oats, of course. Very cool, Jessica.
Nice.
You know what? I'm interested in knowing if you guys are watching this on your phone or on a computer. Could you let us know in the comments below?
You're doing a little research, I think.
I'm doing a little research. I would like to know.
Phone or computer.
And we need some hearts coming in. We got about 26 hearts, guys. That's not going to cut it.
You guys can do better than that.
We need some hearts, Rocky. Okay, so we got the first 2 steps down.
That's right. And before I sprinkle on some of our favorite nuts and seeds and fruit, I just wanted to mention that Complete Truth protein is also something that you can sprinkle on top of your yogurt parfait here. And this is going to give you an extra boost of nutrients with the healthy fats from the hemp seeds and the healthy carbs from the quinoa. So we've also got some maca in the green bag, which is great for a raw recipe. We don't suggest baking with the green because we will destroy the nutrients of the maca and the stevia when it's cooked. But in a raw recipe like this or protein balls, it's nice to use the green bag because you get the added energy boost, natural energy boost of the maca. And you also have a little bit of stevia in this one as well. So you can just start out with a little sprinkle of CTP on there. This, you guys, is so jam-packed with nutrients. You have no idea. You're going to be bouncing off the walls after you have this at lunchtime in a good way because it's sustainable, slow released energy as opposed to those artificial energy boosts that we get from sugar. And a lot of people will drink energy drinks or pop or coffee, and those are all artificial energy boosts. So you spike really high and then you deflate, right? You crash. So that is one reason we have afternoon crashes is because of the energy products that we're consuming. This is actually going to slowly increase our energy so that it's sustained for a long period of time because we're getting our energy from plants, from food, as opposed to substances.
We have Mike is on computer, Chantel's on phone, Louise is on iPad.
Oh, we got it all.
Lindsay's on a phone, Chandra's on a computer, Jessica's iPad, and Hilda's on a computer. Wow, I thought it would be more like everyone's on their phone.
Phone.
Everyone's on a computer, so very cool. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Let's keep going. Now we're going to get into the nuts and seeds here. Thank you guys for commenting and being a part of Drew's research.
And the hearts are flying in too. Thanks for putting those hearts up there.
Drew, what's our record for hearts?
Oh man, I think it's almost 2,000.
Wow. So I'm going to add some hemp seeds here. Now we already have hemp seeds in the CTP, but I like the little crunch that it gives. So you can add some extra little hemp seeds in there, some more healthy fats, some more energy there. But you wouldn't necessarily have to because the CTP would provide you with that as well. We're going to add some chia seeds, protein, a nice plant-based protein with chia seeds.
Some healthy fats.
Healthy fats as well. Be a little bit more
generous.
So I don't really measure, as you can see. I just kind of sprinkle on there. But a good guide would probably be about a teaspoon. So a teaspoon, or I probably have a bit more in there. But as you get more comfortable with creating it on your own, you will adjust and find out how much your body needs to have sustained energy. And the last thing we're going to put on here, Drew, maybe I should put you on the spot again. The last thing we're going to put in here is our goji berries.
Goji berries have tons of health benefits. They're also known as wolf berries.
Yes.
It's very interesting. And you know that we can even grow them in Saskatchewan. Well, we can grow them here in Alberta. We just don't have a long season, but they grow very, fruitfully. In Saskatchewan, which is pretty cool. So tons of health benefits. They've been used in Chinese medicine for generations. So we have these in tea. We have them in
trail mix, granola, so in a variety of different ways. A lot of people aren't too sure how to use them, but you can use them like you would any other dried fruits for raisins or dried cranberries, for example. The good thing with the goji berries, in addition to all of their health benefits, is that generally speaking, I'm not going to say never, but they don't have added sugars or added oils. Generally speaking, they're dried naturally, just goji berries. And we have to be really careful with dried fruit because a lot of times they do add oils and less than quality oils, and they add sugar as well. But goji berries, as a general rule, you don't often have to worry about that, but we still encourage you to read the label and the ingredients on the bag of goji berries.
Just have a couple of comments here.
Sure. Bring it.
Sandy said hemp hearts, macadamia nuts, almonds, strawberries, Greek yogurt, sunflower seeds most often. Wow.
Drew and I just got into eating macadamia nuts this summer. Wow. I wasn't too sure about them at first, to be honest.
I love macadamia nuts.
Drew loves them, and of course they're one of the more pricey nuts. So Drew was like putting a little bit in our bag and going and weighing it, putting a little in our bag, going and weighing it, and I learned to like them as well. They're not my favorite. They're good, but I'm a walnut. They're good, but I'm like a walnut kind of person. Almonds, walnuts. What's your favorite nut?
So Jessica says Madeline says she likes yogurt with blueberries and banana, and she puts honey on hers as well.
Yeah, honey's great.
And then Chandra said, "There's my favorite laugh."
What is it with this laugh? It's funny when I'm at school. People, like if I'm not school subbing, people will always comment, "Oh, I knew you were here because I could hear you." And actually, one of our monthly members, Dawn, who's in our monthly membership, I taught a couple of her kids, and she knew I was subbing one day because I had told her that I was going to sub at the school. And her little guy, so when her kids came home from school, she asked them if they had seen me, and one little guy says, "No, I didn't see Mademoiselle Keith at school today, but I sure heard her." So I guess maybe it should be trademarked or something.
Your laugh. I don't know if it can be trademarked. We have, Louise said macadamia and cashew are my favorite nuts.
Ooh, cashews. That's a good one too.
Kayla said, "Hey guys."
Hey Kayla.
What's up, Kayla? All right, so we're
continue.
going to need some hearts, guys. Keep them rolling. Hit that heart button.
Now, before we move to the next step, I want you guys to guess what I have in my jar here. So comment in the comments. So tell us in the comments what is in my pink jar. What do you call this kind of jar?
It's like I don't want to say
Don't
because
say
I might give it away.
But what's in my jar? I'm going to save that till the end. But I want to see what you guys come up with. What do you think's in there?
Did you tell them to put the berries out?
So these, no. I should have told you that from the beginning. But these are frozen berries. You can also use fresh berries as well. But we like the juices, like as the frozen berries thaw, we like the juices from the frozen berries. So we'll often put those out and a couple minutes, 10, 15 minutes or so before we make our yogurt parfaits, and that way they have a little bit of a chance to thaw. So I'm going to go ahead and put those on, and remember to tell us in the comments what's in my jar here.
Oh yeah, no one's guessing it. Come on, team.
Come on, there is no wrong answers here. And of course, Drew gets a little more. You know, sometimes I'm like grumpy because I'm like, when something is so good and Drew gets more, I'm like, why don't you get more? And Drew's like, because I'm a large man.
Why don't you talk about portion sizes? I think that's important because you have your own experience.
Yeah, well, for me, portion size is always something that I'm working on or focusing on. Well, partly because, as you can see, Drew eats double the amount as me. So when you are always with somebody that's eating more than you, it can be challenging to not eat as much as them, for example. But we have to understand that everybody's body burns their food off at different rates, like our metabolism burn at different speeds. And so Drew's body needs a lot more nutrients or a lot more calories, I should say, than mine does, because he is bigger than me in size, and his workouts are a bit different than mine as well. So when it comes to portion size, general rule, true form style, is a half a cup of carbs, and healthy fats usually are a quarter of a cup. So a quarter of a cup of nuts and seeds. If you're into nut butters, we usually suggest 1 or 2 tablespoons of nut butter per serving. And then veggies are unlimited. You can have as many veggies as you want throughout the day. And fruits, a couple of times a day. But we don't have like a specific limit on fruit, like 2 a day or 3 a day, because we don't want you to be afraid to eat fruits either. So that's kind of the general rule. Proteins as well. If it's how do we call it? Like an isolate protein, for example, a chicken breast or a fish, we like to keep it to about 4 ounces in size. You don't need like huge protein sizes. Did I cover what you wanted me to cover?
Yeah, I think it's just important to understand what your goals are. Like, I have different goals. Like, I like to gain muscle mass and be at a certain weight, and Dorothy's looking to trim up or stay trim depending on what season she's in. So you have to understand what your goals are. So it doesn't make sense for us to eat the same foods. It doesn't make sense for me because I'll be eating not enough. It doesn't make sense for Dorothy because if she has what I have, then she's eating too much. So
yeah,
you have to find out what your goals are.
Right. And Drew, yeah, that's the challenging part for me sometimes, is that Drew's always usually looking to gain muscle mass, and I'm looking to stay fit and trim, slender, I suppose you'd say, as opposed to not gaining weight. So, like Drew said, identifying your goals is a good place to start.
So we got a bunch of comments coming in here. So Hilda said maple syrup. Chantel says, I guess honey to drizzle on top. Mm-hmm. Lindsay says maple syrup. Louise says balsamic vinegar. Mm-hmm. And Kayla says agave. Kayla said agave or maple syrup. You know,
Louise, we had maple. It's not balsamic vinegar, Louise. Sorry, but I thought it was interesting because we put balsamic vinegar on our coconut ice cream that one time. Remember, Drew? And it was chocolate balsamic vinegar. We got it from a friend. It was so cute. She dropped it off with strawberries, and then this little kind of jar about this size of chocolate balsamic vinegar. And so it was a sweeter balsamic vinegar, and we actually drizzled it on coconut ice cream, and it was very, very good. But I'm not going to put balsamic vinegar on this. I'm not sure about that. So, it is that. Should I just tell them?
Tell them what kind of container that is. Cause
Louise, you're right. It is a vinegar container. I just didn't put my vinegar in it.
Vinegar or oil container.
Vinegar or oil, yeah.
And Dorothy's using it for something else.
I suppose it's more oil.
It's an oil container.
Oil container. But it can be whatever you want. I don't generally follow rules very well, so So I'll pour it out and then the secret will be revealed. Ooh, dun, 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 dun. It's maple syrup. So I'm going to drizzle a little bit of maple syrup on top. Just a little drizzle. So this is 1 tablespoon, but I'm putting it over both of Drew and mine. So maybe about a half a tablespoon for 1 serving. There. And for the end, I'm not going to put my granola on top today because I wanted to show you how to make it for a lunch. So if you're making it for lunch, this would be your essence. But you'd want to put your lids on at this point. And then you would put your granola in a separate container. Because if you put your granola in here, it's going to go soggy by the time you eat it. And granola is better crunchy. Right, Drew?
I actually like mine soaked in milk. Dorothy likes hers crunchy.
Crunchy. I like my granola crunchy. What can I say? I don't like mushy. You know, it's funny because I'm learning that I am more of a texture freak than I would like to admit when it comes to food. So like mushy things, it doesn't really work out for me. And sometimes, for example, here is a funny example. The stems on a mushroom. So in order for me to eat the stem on a mushroom, it has to be attached and cut up into quarters. The other day, Drew took the stems out and he was gonna chop the stems separately from the cap. And I was like, He's like, it tastes the same as if it was attached. I said, yeah, it tastes the same, but does it feel the same in my mouth?
And I was like, what are you talking? For me, it's like, it either tastes good or it doesn't. Mm-hmm. And Dorothy's like, no, it has to be properly tasting or feeling or something. I don't really get it. So what are you doing?
So this is our Complete Truth Protein Granola right here. We've actually made this in episode 6, was it true?
Yeah.
And so if you missed our episode where we made our own granola, you'll want to catch that one because you really want to get into making your own granola as opposed to buying the store-bought. The cereal aisle in the grocery store kind of makes me get a little bit what would you say? Upset?
Infuriates
me a little bit. For so many reasons. Marketing being one of them. You know, they market they put the box. I'm not doing a good job at pouring out of this jar. But they make the boxes look so enticing. But anyway, you look at the jar, you look at the back of the ingredient list, and there's usually 500 ingredients in store-bought cereals. So we really suggest that you make your own cereal, your own granola at home. This one we made, you can check it out, episode 6 of Cooking with Dorothy, and it literally has 5 ingredients. Your rolled oats, maple syrup, peanut butter, honey, and that might be it, your nuts and seeds. So 4 or 5 ingredients, and it's super quick and easy to make. The most time-consuming part of making your own granola is the cook time, because you want to cook your granola low and slow and stir it often. So it does take some love to make your own granola, but it's not hard by any means. So you put your granola in separate containers and portion size again.
I'm just pulling up the screen here just so you know.
So I can...
No, I'm showing them So not only is on YouTube, the last video that you did with the granola, it's also on trueformlife.com/healthy homemade granola recipe. So I'm just showing it up here in case you guys haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm. So here we have it, a lunch or a breakfast. But if you're looking for something different for lunch on the go, this is wonderful. And it's even a good school lunch for kids as well. It, like I said, it has all of the macronutrients that our body needs. We have proteins in there from the yogurt, from the nuts and seeds. We have healthy fats in there from the nuts and seeds, the hemp seeds, the chia seeds. We have complex carbohydrates in here. slow digesting. And then we have our antioxidants from the berries. Protein from the yogurt. I think I already said protein. But lots of times we forget that.
CTP.
Oh, CTP. Right. Complete the protein. So CTP in itself, in one serving, has all the macronutrients you need in a meal. It has healthy fats and help me out, protein, carbs, healthy carbs as well. So it has all the macros you need in a meal as well. So this is an excellent meal, whether it's breakfast, whether it's a snack. You could make a smaller portion for a snack too. But whether it's breakfast, lunch, a snack, it's going to boost your energy level tremendously and help you stay energized throughout the day.
I think you should ask them about the new idea we have about baking batches for the month and giving them away, selling them.
Whoa. It's such a new idea. I don't know if I can explain it, but I'll try.
What do you guys think?
So, as you probably know, or maybe you don't know, Drew is like the idea king, the king of ideas. Drew's tagline should be, so I got this idea. So Drew's always coming up with ideas. And because we're full-time working together for a couple of years now, I'm kind of taking on that I have an idea role as well. So we were thinking about, well, teachers in general, I suppose we were thinking about because of the time of year with back to school. And one of the biggest things that comes up is the time. And I know it's not just teachers. I know a lot of us feel pressured by the clock. All day we're running and racing around the clock. And prep time is a must if we're going to live a healthy lifestyle and if we're going to be successful to reach our goals. You just can't get out of prep. So then Drew and I were thinking, well, how could we make prep time easier? And you know what we hear all the time is we hear, how about you guys just make the food for us? And I said to Drew the other day, I was like, what if we did make the food for people? So our question is, if we set up a system where you could order healthy baking, for example, or order batched meals, for example, casseroles and soups, and have different meals prepared for you, would that be something you'd be interested in? Is coming and, picking up your CTP muffins or your protein balls or your meals.
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's the idea.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments if that's a good idea or if you'd prefer to make your own.
Yeah, and of course, if that idea comes to fruition.
Fruition. Those of you that may not know, Dorothy thinks that the word fruition is fruitation.
Yeah, I like to say fruitation better. I actually thought that the word fruition was fruitation until Drew corrected me not so long ago, actually. But I still kept saying fruitation because I like it better.
Still say fruitation.
So sometimes I make up my own words. But, of course, if this idea came into fruition, it would be a paid service. So would that be something that you would pay for as a paid service?
Kayla says, now I wish I was still in Olds. Tina says, yes, fantastic idea. And Lindsay says, will you ship to New Brunswick?
How much will you pay for shipping, Lindsay?
Yeah, so that's our new idea. So you guys heard it here first, and I think it's something that we could make happen. So
we could work towards.
Stay tuned for those details coming out.
Yeah.
Are you good? Oh, Tina said I'd pay for it. Awesome, Tina. You're the best. I do want to talk about another idea just before we wrap things up here. It's our destination retreat.
So this idea we actually put together quite a few years ago, a couple of years ago. And we are looking at tuning it up a little bit or fixing it up a bit. So our destination retreat, as you guys know, Drew and I are spending more and more time in California. And we think that it is such a wonderful place for promoting and living a healthy lifestyle. Activity levels are, I don't want to say everybody, but there is a large percentage of people being active, running, biking, surfing, working out on a daily basis. And that's your environment that you're surrounded with. And healthy food that's just more accessible, healthy restaurants, healthy food, and sunshine, palm trees. Those are all good for your health too. So we thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could have people come for a week or a certain amount of days that works for them and meet us in the sunny beaches of California and spend a week or whatever the time allows.
Long weekend,
whatever your time allows. You guys could meet us in California and we would work out with you. We would go to the market and make healthy meals with you, and we would give you a crash course on living a healthy lifestyle. Whoa, what do you think of that idea? Drew, did I miss anything?
No, I'll just pull up the screen here. I didn't want to. I gave him a quick snippet, we're super excited because we love the beach so much. We love the atmosphere, so we're like, we have to share this with other people. And we talked about this in the past, but I think we're closer to making it really happen. And you can see our page here. It says, live like your health coaches do. So we have meals included, daily workouts, relaxation, grocery shopping tours. And then Chantel said, don't forget about the ocean.
That's right.
We got the ocean. Yeah, absolutely. And South Bay is such a beautiful area. So we wanted to share it with you guys. And we thought, why not bring it back and see if anyone's interested in rocking it with us.
Yeah, and we would really like to show you guys our daily lifestyle and have you live that routine to see what it's like for a weekend, for a week, or however long you stay with us. So it wouldn't just include working out and eating healthy. We would do the whole thing with you guys. We would do the recovery and the meditation and the whole gamut. And a bit of entertainment as well. You know, at the beaches, there's all kinds of things going on. Yoga on the pier and movies on the beach and tons of things going on. So
okay,
that's the idea.
Got it. So Kayla said, a Drew and Dorothy weekend. That would be so fun. Chantel says their time frame. Not sure what you mean by that, Tina or Chantel.
I think, Chantal, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you mean would it be a set date? And if that was your question, there wouldn't be a set date. Of course, we would have to be there for you to meet us there. But it would be, we want to give the opportunity to not have a set date so that you could work it out on your own vacation time. So you would just have to touch base with us, and we could tell us, I have vacation time at this. Well, at this time, will you be in LA?
Yes.
That makes sense, Drew?
Yeah. Chantel says September, October. Yeah, it's not, Chantel, we did initially have a set date for it, and then we kind of changed our mind doing some more brainstorming, and we thought, while we're there, of course, as Dorothy said, of course we'd have to be there. So while we're there, if you say these dates work for me and we're there, then we say, yeah, let's do it. We'll set it up more like customized for each individual. Because
I think it's really difficult for us to pick a date and then it to work for different, a group of people. So that's why we thought, well, let's make it more individualized where you guys could tell us the date, how many days that you want, and then we could customize it to you. Of course, if you stay a week, we can cover a lot more than if you stayed a weekend. But whatever the dates and times that work for you, we could customize it.
Yeah, and number of people too. So
right.
we could work it out so it's one-on-one. It could be small groups of 3 or 4. You could bring a friend with you, so 2 of you. However we work it out, we're pretty open to hanging out with you guys on the beach and letting you check out our lifestyle. Tina said that would be so awesome to have a healthy vacation with Drew and Dorothy.
Yeah.
We would love for you to come down.
Love that. How about a mother-daughter beach trip, Chantal and Tina?
Louise says, very cool idea.
Thanks, Louise.
Yeah, that'd be so much fun to have some of you guys come down and hang out with us in person. We love it when you guys come and visit us for live videos and throughout the week, but to hang out in person would be something special.
It sure would be.
I think we can wrap things
I
up.
think we should wrap it up so you guys can get on with your evening. Granola bars. I think we made yogurt parfaits today. So yogurt parfaits, what we made today. So great meal, great snack for on the go. So give it a try. Give it a try for breakfast tomorrow or this week for lunch, and guaranteed you will increase your energy for sure. And next week we will be back at our beach house. You can believe it already. So next week you can tune in for our third episode, and we will show you more healthy lunch ideas. Is that it, Drew? Did I miss anything?
I think that's it.
All right.
Thanks everyone so much. We got lots of hearts coming in. We had lots of views, so we really appreciate you coming in. Next week we're going to do a giveaway as well. So it'd be a good idea to come in and see what we have in store for you.
Yeah. So thanks again so much for tuning in. If you guys didn't come in and tune in, it would just be me hanging out here with Drew.
You would love that.
So thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.